Hello everyone, this is Kona, and thank you for tuning in to another TF2 commentary. Now let's talk about the Mannpower update, the new beta game mode that Valve has thrown out to us. It's kind of nice that Valve is actually having this beta program built into TF2. I don't remember too much of this. I guess if you wanted to do beta stuff or some new kind of stuff, you have to go to like TF2 maps or something like that. But now they have this new game modes built into the game, which is really nice that we can actually play test it, see if it's any good. Now I have to admit that this game mode is pretty crazy with all the stuff they put into it, but I'm really enjoying it, specifically for the grappling hook. The grappling hook is so much fun to use. It offers a new way of moving around the map that I didn't think would actually work, but it's actually a lot of fun to kind of have these grappling hook wars where you're chasing each other down. It's a lot of fun, and the fact that they have to rework all these maps so that they have new routes to take is also a lot of fun too. Now you guys may know that I don't like capture the flag that much. It's not my favorite game mode. Also, I don't like 5CP that much. It's mainly because in those game modes, it takes forever to walk all over the place, and when you finally get to the action, it's kind of spread out, it's not really focused, whereas in game modes like Payload and Attack, Defend, Capture Point, those types are really focused, and you know pretty much where the action is going to be. The Mannpower CTF, though, is a bit different, and I like it because, well, you have the grappling hook. You can go across the map very quickly and get right to the action. But also, it's not your traditional TF2 CTF. It's more like, if you played Call of Duty, it's more like that kind of capture the flag, where you can have their intel and they can have your intel, and you're sort of at a stalemate. Like if you go opposite sides of the map. The thing is, though, when they added the update where you can actually see the objectives through the walls, you know when that happens, which is kind of funny. Like when you're at your own base waiting for someone to kill and get your intel back, they're doing the same, and because you guys can see each other through the walls, it really focuses the action. You know exactly where to go when you want to get into fights. Now, even though the grappling hook is a lot of fun to use, I don't think all classes benefit from using it. I've noticed that people start to gravitate, and me, I also like to gravitate toward certain types of classes and certain types of playstyles because of the extra mobility. So I think like classes like the Scout, the Soldier, Pyro for rushdown, maybe the Engineer if you want to like get across the map and put your stuff in some weird spots. Maybe the Engineer can also benefit from that. And also the Spy allows you to really close the gap with that grappling hook very quickly, which is very nice because usually like Pyro rushdown you have to flank, but now I can play Pyro rushdown just kind of head on. Just don't even need a flank. Just grapple in and have some fun. Now, I haven't seen too much medic, too much snipers. Snipers sometimes like to go on there and I guess try to get good positioning because the grappling hook can get you into high places, but you gotta remember it's easy for other classes to get into high places too. And so you know, I love rushing down snipers who think they're safe because they'll just stand there and they're easy targets. So sniper doesn't work too well with the grappling hook just because everyone else has it. Now, Heavy does gain some mobility with the grappling hook, but I find that it's still pretty easy to kite a Heavy. Like, let's say you're a Soldier or something like that. It's pretty easy to take down a Heavy. So, you know, Heavy, a little tough to use in this game mode. And also, you have Demoman. Demoman, it's really tough to set traps because everyone's moving around so fast that it's really just hard to just lay a trap and wait. Because everyone has so many options on where to go with the grappling hook. So, Demoman, Demo Knight, yeah, I've faced a lot of Demo Knight, and Demo Knight with the right power-ups is very scary. You can get rushed down like crazy. But all of his other weapons, his other playstyles are a bit tough. It's really hard to hit direct pipe bombs or, you know, lock-and loads and stuff like that because everyone's flying around all over the place. Alright, now on to power-ups. Now, when I first started playing this game mode, the power-ups were so confusing. Now, I saw some of the names and some of the abilities in the description, and the first thing I thought was, a lot of these are like Dota 2, because I've been playing a lot of Dota 2. A lot of these seem like Dota 2, like runes or items or something like that, and so I was like, okay, this will be kind of interesting. When I actually got into the game and started playing against people with these power-ups, boy, I was getting owned so bad. But, you know, I didn't know exactly how powerful they were, how much advantage they would give, and I noticed that it's good to try to match different power-ups with different playstyles and different loadouts. It's very important to find that match. I thought that, oh, I'll just get a power-up and I'll be awesome, you know, because I was getting owned so bad. I just really wanted any power-up. But, you know, something like this, Pyro getting a precision, I don't know if that's the best idea. I just kind of picked it up anyway. But, you know, I found that if you find the right power-up with the right playstyle and loadout, it's almost like you're unstoppable, and you really want to hold on to that. If you ever like this, I could not kill this scout because this scout is one, he's really fast, but also he has that stupid regen power up, which I think is a little OP. But a good combination like that, where he can kite and he can regen, he'll have a lot of survivability. It's a really good combination. Now, speaking of awesome combinations, this has got to be one of my favorite. It's the soldier with the black box, the conqueror, and the vampire power up, if you're lucky enough to get that one. This might work with the regen one as well, but I really like this setup because it's all about the health, baby. It's all about health, survivability, and in this case, you know, you have to damage people to get your health back, and so it kind of forces you to fight a lot, get a lot of hits, be on target, and it's all, for me, it was just a lot of fun. I tried to hold on to this as much as I could and not die. You notice I like to retreat a lot with the grappling hook, because whenever I find this really good combination, oh, I don't like that guy. The scout was annoying, the regen. But whenever I find these good combinations, I play offensively and then defensively really quick. I retreat with the grappling hook, get more health, and go right back in there, because these combinations are so powerful. It allows you to control the map so much that they're worth holding on to. Now, another combination I really like was for the scout, and I kind of got it by accident. I guess, you know, there's a lot of different combinations of loadouts and power-ups that, you know, you don't have to try them all to see which ones are good and which ones are not. This one sort of made a lot of sense when I actually got it by accident, and it's the agility with the scout. I'm using the shortstop here because for some reason I couldn't hit anything with the regular shotgun. And you know, just have one of those days where you're not hitting anything. Maybe it's because of the lag or something like that. I'll just go with it. I'll blame the lag. I'll blame the lag because I wasn't hitting anything. Shortstop though worked for me this day, and combined with the agility power up, gosh, I did not know kiting and running around and dodging bullets was going to be this much fun. It's so fast that pretty much no one will catch you. Maybe if you get stuck, like I almost got stuck there. Whew. But as long as you don't get stuck in one spot and you don't get ganged up on, you're almost impossible to kill, and you can kite everyone. You're probably gonna be the one going for the objective, going for that intel, because you're so fast. And combined with the grappling hook, oh boy, you move around the map very, very quickly. Now, I was very lucky to stumble upon these power-ups, and I'm putting stumble in quotes here, because even though you can theory craft a lot about, you know, what makes sense, kind of like agility and scout, right? That makes sense. Scout is fast, agility makes him faster. But even though you know about these combinations you can theory craft, it's not always the case where you're actually going to be able to get that in the game, because this game is so chaotic. Everyone wants the power-up, and it's very hard to control which power-up you get. Sometimes you just have to get a power-up and you kind of have to roll with it. In a public server, you might be able to trade with someone, like you drop yours, they drop theirs, and you might be able to trade and get lucky. But in most cases, probably everyone's too busy playing that won't even happen. I do remember, though, that I try to be conscious about what kind of power-ups go well with me, and if it's actually benefiting me, or if someone else will hopefully benefit from it. Like, for instance, one time I was a pyro, I got a precision power-up, and I was like, I think this is useless on me. I'm just gonna, what I did was I just dropped it in front of a teleporter that we had, a teleporter exit, so that whoever came out of the teleporter would hopefully, pick it up and use it, because I knew that it wasn't gonna be that useful for me. But most of the time, yeah, this game is all about, taking down the guys with the power-ups, hopefully gaining control of most of the power-ups, and hopefully you'll get something that you can work with. Now, my question for you guys is, what are your favorite loadout and power-up combinations? What do you guys like to use, and why do you guys like to use it? Maybe it's because, it's a brand new way of playing a certain class that you like, or maybe you found something that's so completely OP and broken that you keep on using it because it's awesome. Let me know in the comments below. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.